Hello, welcome back. It's a lovely day here in Caverooms, isn't it? The sun is shining, perhaps. I don't know, I can't see the weather. And there's goblins trying to kill us again. Oh, how lovely. Yes, there's another siege. I let a little bit of time pass. Not too much, but it is early autumn, so that's why they've arrived. It should be caravan time anytime soon. And also we have like nearly 900,000 generated wealth, which is a lot. If you'll notice, this strange symbol here is a goblin crossbowman. I let one turn pass since they arrived. Just press the full stop key, and he's already shot at someone with this copper bolt here, so that's nice. There are some people down here, which they have a clear line of sight to. But other than that one crossbowman, what are you? Swordsmans, spearmans. Yeah, we can have a look at their equipment. That'll be useful. This might not be the only squad, though. Silver Scourge. Scourge. That's scary. That's very scary. Copper Spear, Silver Whip is also scary. An Emu Loincloth. This guy just has nothing. Copper Spear, Copper Longsword, Silver Scimitar. The crossbow is pretty scary at all times, but yeah, they mostly have copper weapons. Yeah, Survival Force of Darkness. Let's get everybody inside. Alright, I've already ordered that. Good stuff. Like, I can't even remember what else I did. It's been a week since I touched the game, really. So let's have a look at the burrow. Right, they're all gonna head in there. I'm gonna go ahead and lock this door. Right. Somebody's dropped their pants in the door. Yep. Pants, dress, cloak. So that door can't be locked, which is nice, isn't it? Isn't that just exactly what you want? Yeah, none of the weapon traps have been set up. So I guess I'll just let people do what they're gonna do and send the military out here. So I'll send the mechanical gloves. They have decent equipment, and the two crossbow squads, and send them out here to first of all kill this crossbowman. So the one gonna do all the damage. And this ain't gonna go well, I don't think. Alright. Did anybody get shot down there? I don't think so. I should have followed that crossbow bolt. Somebody got interrupted by them. Yes, run away. Oh, they are shooting down this way. Let's see. Copper arrow. Right, so there have been some more people arrive, I think. Because I don't remember seeing a archer, a bow goblin, or whatever. Goblin bowman, yeah. Alright. Yeah, there's a few of them. Don't know if more are arriving, but they're shooting at something down here. What could it be? There's a guy there. What are you doing? Metallist. Forge steel breastplate. Yeah, that's fine. Go and do that, but do it inside very quickly. Okay. Alright, here come the military. There's a lot of people just sort of hanging around outside. I think my military is slightly outnumbered here. How many is this? A few. I'm hoping that just the sheer number of archers I'm sending up there. It looks like one of my dogs has been shot. They can't get up there, can they? I just realised I've completely isolated this entrance in a really horrible way. They have to go all the way around this wall to get up here, whereas these goblins can just shoot down through the wall with impunity. Oops, it looks like they're climbing down though, so oh dear. That there is an unconscious conscript. They were a crossbow dwarf, but it looks like they got shot in the hand and immediately gave into pain. Yep. I suppose you would really, if you weren't accustomed to such things. Looks like they're being shot at as well though, but why is nobody attacking anybody? Okay, let's reorder them. Whoa. Kill this bowman, like right here, that guy. There we go, that's more like it. I'm not going to pretend to know 100% what's actually going on here, because that's a whole bunch of panic right there. Mangled corpse. What was missing from it? I guess just because their hand got completely annihilated. Looks like a few civilians are joining in here. There's somebody being pummeled over here. Conscript. What were you? You don't have any kind of uniform. Oh, right, I think you were supposed to be a crossbow dwarf. You have a leather helmet. And that's it. Oops. Oh, you're dead. Okay, well, let's see. Oh, Jesus. This might just be the end of the fort. That's a lot. That's very a lot. They've brought what they call mounts as well. They're riding beak dogs. Oh dear. Right, so they're shooting up there though. But I think if you shoot across Z levels, it really badly affects your accuracy. So, oh my word. Death, this is truly horrifying. Yeah, there's just so many combat logs right now. Look at all this. I think this siege starts around about here. No recent announcements. Or maybe not. The elf bowman is fighting. Oh shit. Looks like the elf bowman's tangling with a goblin lasher and not doing too well at all. There's a couple of crossbow dwarves over here who are shooting at these guys, but there's a guy right here like pummeling them with a silver flail. They don't seem to understand that they should be attacking that guy. Dodging away from their attacks pretty well though. What's this guy's injury? He's gonna be a legendary dodger if he doesn't die. I mean, that's gotta hurt Foot. Terrified when in conflict. His arm is torn open, his foot is bruised. That's not bad considering you're going toe-to-toe with a guy with a silver flail. Those things are pretty nasty. Okay, so there's a big group of soldiers having a big ruckus in here. Farmhand. In a massive pool of blood. Okay. I think just because all these guys are gonna die anyway, there's nobody in that last squad, it's probably a good time just to call in everybody, because, yeah, we're just massively outnumbered here. Look how many invaders that is. It's maybe 100? I can't be bothered counting, to be quite honest. They brought trolls with them as well. Yeah, this is a proper siege right here. Oh my word. Look at them all grouped outside the walls there, shooting down through the top of the thing there. Just, oh. This is just a nightmare. I think they're still arriving as well. Oh dear god. Yeah, so we got all the squads out here. And to be quite honest, the game is going so slow I can't actually tell what's going on. We're at 8 FPS. I did not realize it was going that slow. That's crazy. I wonder why it's doing that. I have moved it to a different hard drive, and it's not as fast as the hard drive it was on. Maybe that's got something to do with it. Well, I suppose just waiting here for it to crawl along at this speed is going to take so long, I might as well save it and move it back to the other hard drive. See if that helps. I'll be right back. Well, let's see if that helped. Probably not. I think there's just, yeah, I mean, there's 140 others on the map. So that's probably why it's going so slowly. I might have to abandon the fort here, because how long is it going to take to have the siege run its course? I do not know. Let's have a look at the military screen. So all of the mechanical gloves are still active. The archer battalion has been cut by 50%. Single picks are still standing. There's a few gaps in the civilian militia, but they might have already been there actually. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is the slowest I've ever seen the game without doing some weird shit like I was doing with that adventure mode stuff. So I got a group heading towards the tavern there. There's a few goblins in there, but I think they're just visitors. So sometime in the next 3 hours they're gonna make it in there. They're shooting at something. What are you shooting? Oh, that's right, the door's jammed open, isn't it? So they can just see right in there. Oh dear, there's a dead dog. Nobody's really panicking inside the tavern yet. You think they would a little bit, like, you know. I'm just gonna turn the civilian alert off. This is just, yeah, this is the end of the fort. There's no possible way we're surviving this. There's 59 citizens, men, women, and children, against that many invaders. I could shut up the bridge, but yeah, I mean, what always gets a fort is FPS death. And here it is. It has come for my fort. I don't know what these guys are doing over here. I guess they're all sort of chilling out around this guy, who is unconscious. He seems to only have some teeth knocked out though. Overcome by terror. Oh, okay, his hand has been mangled. Fair enough. I got some trolls. They appear to be leaving the map there. Unless they're just... no, they're coming down this way. So yeah, I guess where I decided to build the entrance to the fort also happened to be where all of the sieges arrived, pretty much. So I don't know if that's a coincidence or not, but oh boy. Look at this bloodbath in the tavern here. Down to 53. Where is everyone? There's still some military in the barracks. Can you believe this shit? Well, I can believe it, because I can see them on this list here without any fucking kill orders or anything. Alright, go kill this guy. Honestly. Like, you think they would hear the fighting and run outside? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Someone has inherited the Baroness of something, and something else, and something else, and something else. Well, I'm definitely abandoning the place now. 4 barons in, like, one turn. Is it the start of a new month or something? It's just... I guess somebody died in another place, and the mayor's mandate has ended because the mayor is dead. A head thresher has been elected mayor. I won the election. Fantastic. Yep, it's totally okay to be happy about that. Oh, Piggy. Little Piggy over here is getting utterly annihilated. I think he's already dead. Oh well. Very sad. Somebody was in a martial trance. Don't think it really helped them. It was this guy here. What is that green exclamation mark? Stunned? Is that it? Must be. Doesn't feel anything while in conflict. I don't seem to have... Right, yeah, they're wearing steel. So they're puny copper weapons. Will probably not actually penetrate that unless they get a lucky strike on an exposed part. I believe it's possible to get near 100% coverage if you just like spam the armor, like give them 12 mail shirts and stuff, but it just seems a bit silly to me. Yep, so that's a big pile of dead bits. Big old pile of arms and teeth and cat bone bolts. Mangled corpses all over the entrance. A lake of blood. That's not nice at all, is it? Let's see. We're down to 48. Apparently a guest arrived in the midst of all this. But, oh god. The river has actually turned to blood. It's a shame he didn't fall in down that end. It would have been going down the whole thing, like, that was awesome. So, some of the goblins are going around the back of the tavern here, but, seems like they're leaving the map. They've run out of things to kill, I guess. Yeah, that's definitely a squad leaving the map there. Frame rate is returning somewhat. Could they possibly be leaving? Yeah, there's only 2 left. Where are they? I got a troll over there which is overcome by terror. Go kill this troll. Still technically under siege, but... Alright, here comes somebody. Oh, he's running after him. And there's a dead troll. That's it. The siege is over. I don't know how we survived that. I still have some caged animals somewhere. Where are they? I don't know. Petitions. No, this is not the time for entertainment. That's crazy. I didn't think we'd survive that. But I'm really honestly not sure I want to carry on with this fortress. There are... Let's check the stocks. Down the bottom. There are 388 corpses strewn about the place. The blue ones are the ones that are in coffins. The brown ones are the ones that are not. And those have to be hauled, butchered, dumped, put in coffins or whatever. Also the body parts, 369. Those also have to be hauled, dumped, put in stockpiles, what have you. I think this fortress is a bit of a failure. I made a nice tavern, but I don't have to abandon it. I can retire it, they can finish the tavern and clear the place up during the rest of eternity. The digital eternity that happens when you retire something. It kind of reminds me of that episode of Star Trek where Moriarty in the holodeck gets stored on like a little data cube for all time. Yeah, sure, let's approve our final petition. So I think I'll retire the place. We'll check Legends mode, because I think we do have some legends that could be looked at. Goodbye, cave rooms. You were sort of nice until you got covered in blood. Retire the fortress for the time being. Alright, so here we are in Legends mode. So I can check out sites. Caveroom is directly at the bottom because it was the last site to be created. So the Diamond Ring founded Caveroom. They liked it, so they put a ring on it. I'm sorry. Okay, lots of dwarves settled there. A wagon was scuttled in Caveroom. I remember those 2 wagons well. I ordered some slabs to be carved to memorialize them. There lots of flying squirrel people died. Merchants from the subtle island visited. Good lord. Yeah, it is basically just a history of every single dwarf. Well, I mean, here's the first Goblin Siege. It also lists creating masterpieces, so there's a masterful walnut wood shield. Sweet. The Molten Murder was created. Yeah, that was our artifact booth, or whatever the hell it was. But yeah, there we go. As a dwarf bled to death, slain by Nguzulu spider smokes. The squeezing bowels. Oh my god. The humanity. Being killed by somebody who sounds like diarrhea. He killed a lot of people. No wonder he earned such a name. It's definitely Brown Trousers time when he comes along. Okay, somebody became a brewer. Made a masterful bucket. Fantastic. Right, there's when a dwarf turned into a were-lizard, was it? Something like that. And he just went crazy. Started killing everybody. Tobal Leader Crypt, the Inky Fogs of Steel. Looks like he killed a good dozen people. Perhaps more. Jesus Christ. I realize I killed so many. There's another migrant wave. Masterful marble tables. So I think it'll be more interesting. See what happens after we leave. It doesn't say anything, does it? The settlement of Caveroom regained their senses after an initial period of questionable judgment. Right, yeah, I accepted that human bard to entertain people. But it looks like we did kill a bunch of these. Oh my god. In the early autumn of 203, the dwarf Zuthan Rawhip suffocated, slain by the troll bored evils with an alpaca wool hood. What? That's ridiculous. We killed him with a hood. I guess he strangled him with it. That makes sense. Any other ridiculous deaths? Mostly copper scourges and whatnot. Okay, I mean, let's have a look at historical figures. If I come down to the bottom, we should see gods. I wish I could use text will be text I don't know if it's updated yet. But yeah, having all these buckets and stuff in the middle of the fucking text is it's no good. But I want to find people who've earned like a legendary name and check out their histories. So there should be some of them. It'd be interesting to if I could spot those barons that died, like right at the last minute there, that meant that we inherited a bunch of baronies, because that was annoying as hell. When you spawn an adventurer, it does highlight their names, but it doesn't do it for fortress dwarves, unfortunately. Let's see. Enter select an option. So I can filter it by name if I were to perhaps look through the old videos, but that's a bit too much work. Craze spiral. So I mean, here's somebody who died in 201. The Hill of Soldiers. So yeah, I don't think these guys died in my fortress. We've gone too far. What about you? Female human. Mahogany jungles. I don't think that's where our fort was. Or maybe it was. I'm not sure. 203, that should be... There we go. Struck down with this steel mace. Now there's a legendary dwarf. Raoul Granite Meetings, the Immortal Blame. Okay. So I should have... There we go. The only daughter of Ushat Coal Dabbler and Erosh Wisdom Wound. So she became a farmer and gave up being a farmer to become a bard. But then they began an apprenticeship and moved to study in slapdive. They authored a book called Hills and Nothing More, and Surely the Night Laughs. After a Nightmare. So they wrote a really boring book about hills and then some horror stories. They moved to study... it looks like they got married in Mergedor. Married in Mergedor and then moved back to Slapdive to continue their studies. And wrote another bunch of books. And travelled around telling stories, no doubt. And then they became a member of the Sorcerer's Axe and the Diamond Ring, and became a bard in Caveroom, where they then were made militia commander. Because, you know, I'm just so smart. Yeah, so after a lifetime of study and telling stories and writing stories and traveling the world, I, in my infinite wisdom, made them militia commander and ordered them to kill 9 notable people and 7 other kills. 5 goblins, 2 goblins. That's weird. Shouldn't they have a name if they were killed in Caveroom? They should. And then they became the Baroness of the Sorcerer's Axe, just at the end there as well. And they're still alive. So I could go visit this person in adventure mode if I wanted to. And go throw some goblin corpses at them. Okay. Who else? So yeah, if I check out some more goblins who got slain. There's another one. Sigun Shimmered Oil. Oop. I can't actually see what I'm typing there. There we go. She was born in 152. She's about 50 years old. Started out as a fishery worker as an adult. She was attacked by a giant jaguar, and they fought, but both escaped unscathed. Then they were attacked by a Sasquatch. They again both escaped unscathed. Left the Sorcerer's Axe and settled in Caveroom, became a member of the Sorcerer's Axe. Okay. I'm leaving you guys. I'm gonna settle over here. Screw you guys. We own over there as well. Oh. I struck down a bunch of goblins. Yeah. So I guess, yeah, this is... they were a fishery worker during World Gen, and they were attacked by giant animals and Sasquatches and stuff. So the reason I don't let people fish is for that exact reason. So I guess it happens during World Gen as well. Yeah, they struck down 14 goblins and humans. By the looks of things, a lot of those were actually the bards and stuff that were visiting us. Oops. 17 other kills. Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's check out this one. 24 hardiness. I just looked at that one. Wrath Rocklights. You just have an ordinary name. Banner Lightnings. It's a pretty sweet name. Row Basement Murders, the Persuasive Thorn. What a sweet name. Let's check this one out. Second eldest son of somebody and Zephon the Spear Basic. So he settled in Plain Whips and got married at the ripe old age of 12. And then he decided to become a mercenary operating out of Plain Whips and visited a bunch of places but never saw combat. And yeah, the same year he got married he became a mercenary, so he's 12 years old. Finally settled in Caveroom after visiting. Agreed to work as a mercenary. And then, finally, he saw some combat. Struck down 5 goblins before he was struck down himself with a silver scourge. And, yeah, he did have a daughter who died when she was 40 years old. Dagger tattooed. I wonder. Let's see. That sounds really painful though. Dagger tattooed. This is the daughter of Row Basement Murders. Became a suturer in Bad Jail. I imagine she got a lot of work. Gave up being a suturer to become a poet a few years later. She wrote a few poems. But yeah, I was just wondering how exactly they died. Murdered by the human Echo Mule Band in Bad Jail. Huh. Mesthos became a master of the goblin. Oh, some weird shit goes on in World Gen, there really is. But yeah, anyway, I guess that's the end of this Let's Play then. Let us remember the pinnacle of Caveroom's accomplishments, a legendary cat bone ring.